Got it.
Oh, this meeting is being live streamed. Got it.
Let me check. We're live. Have we got a screen? We are live. My hot flush can finish now. I'm laughing because me and technology don't go, and it's literally stressing me out for half an hour trying to log in. And I give myself a hot flush. I went, well, that's apt for tonight, isn't it? Drink of water now. Well, we're on. So thank you everyone for joining me tonight. Me and Jane, this is my lovely friend Jane, and we are at two totally different parts of our journey through menopause. Little bit about my journey first. So I am, let me think. It was New Year's Eve 2013. So I had an emergency hysterectomy and went straight into menopause. Literally the next day, I was in full-blown menopause. Nobody told me this was going to happen. Nobody explained. I didn't know anything and it didn't even dawn on me that I was going to go into menopause like that. And I remember lying on the hospital bed. It was January. You can imagine it was one of the coldest winters we had. It was freezing, and this awful feeling started in my feet, and it was like a fire went through my whole body. And I remember saying to the nurse, "I think I'm dying," and she went, "You're having a hot flush," and I was like, "What?" She was like, "You're in menopause. This is what's going to happen to you," and it was a shock. All I can say, it was a shock to the system. And what made it worse at the time is none of my friends were going through menopause. I didn't know anybody that was going through menopause. My mum went through menopause when she was 40. Again, she'd had a hysterectomy. Wasn't talked about. It was like a taboo subject. Went to the doctors. I had my checkup after my hysterectomy, and very unhelpful. I wasn't allowed HRT because of the reasons I had my hysterectomy. And they were like, "Well, you're in menopause, just get on with it," type of thing. And I left feeling like really confused, and it was a really, really strange time. And I remember it was probably the worst 6 months of my life. I'd always been an upbeat person. I'd always been a happy person. Just everything. I suffered with panic attacks. I'd never had a panic attack in my life. Anxiety, depression. I remember Stu was like trying to cheer me up, and he said, "Go and get your makeup done." So I went to Debenhams and I sat, like you do, when someone comes and gets your makeup done. And the poor girl said to me, she went, "Can you stop crying because I can't do your makeup?" And I hadn't even realised I was crying. I was literally sitting there with tears rolling down my face. She actually went and made me a cup of tea. I had a cup of tea, and she went, "I think you need to go and see your doctor." So I went to the doctors. They were like, "We'll put you on antidepressants. No, that you're in menopause. This is what's going to happen to you. You need to be doing this. No, straight on antidepressants." And that was like numbing, literally numbed me. I also remember, I don't know if have you suffered with the night sweats yet, Jane?
Oh God, yes. That is one of my main symptoms.
Well,
it's during the day as well.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get many during the day. It was the night sweats that did me. And I remember being January. I don't even know. I was to hospital a couple of weeks. It was snowing. It was a really cold winter. And I woke up one morning. I was lying on top of the bed, completely naked, on a towel. Literally, my hair was sopping wet. Like all your crease. It was like it is now, literally pumping with sweat. I had the blinds up, the windows open. The snow had come in. It was that cold. And I turned around, and Stu's in a coat and a bobble hat on. And we must have spent probably 8 weeks. He slept in a coat and a bobble hat because I was like on fire. But like I say, nobody told me this. Doctor put me on antidepressants, and I just muddled through for 6 months, feeling like it wasn't me. I put 2 stone on in 6 months. I just felt literally dire. I felt absolutely awful. So that was my first 6 months of my journey until someone introduced me to a product, which literally changed my life. So I'm 8 years now. I'm 8 years. I would say I'm probably out the other side. I've had a hot flush tonight because one of the triggers for me for hot flushes is anxiety. So when I get anxious, it brings on a hot flush. That and wine. Have a glass of wine, that brings on a hot flush. What's yours? How are you?
Right, so I'm 20 months in. I started Christmas because you need to be 12 months period free, don't you, before they say
Menopause. Yeah.
Uh,
Before that, you're perimenopausal, isn't it? When you
and you do get, don't you, perimenopausal? So I actually did. Before my period stopped, I got my main symptoms for the hot flushes that would come on just thick and furious. And brain fog. Couldn't even think. Brain fog.
Oh, do you know what they talk about baby brain? Well, menopause brain is like,
It's worse. So Christmas, New Year 2021. So I was 46. And normally menopausal is like between, they say average between 45 and 55, don't they?
Yeah.
So I was just like, I wasn't expecting it, to be honest with you. And then obviously my period stopped, and then the weight gain came. So they were my three main menopause symptoms that I still get now. And then loads of products from Forever helped me with those symptoms.
Yeah. But did you find anybody talk to you about it, your doctor or?
Oh no, only you really. I think it was you that told me. I spoke to you about it because my friends wasn't really going through it either.
Yeah.
And so no, and I didn't go to the doctors. I just kind of dealt with it really, because you just think, oh, these are your cards, just you dealt with, just deal with it. But I remember speaking to you about it, and you told me what products had helped you as well. And similar, I know we have slightly different supplements that benefit us both. But yeah, a lot of the products do help me with my menopause symptoms.
I think that's with the products as well. It's not one product will suit everybody. Different symptoms, and people will, experiment a little bit until you find out what's right for you. But I do think it is getting talked about a bit more. I don't know, did you watch the Davina series on menopause? She's a massive campaigner for it. I mean, I watched that and I actually cried for some of those women. That husband was on there, his wife committed suicide. The doctors wouldn't listen to her. It is, and it's such a debilitating thing, but every single one of us has to go through it. Every single woman has to go through menopause. And I think by speaking about it and talking about the symptoms, it helps other people go through what you've been through. Symptoms, right? Let's go through symptoms. So during menopause, your body goes through complete stress. That's what it is. Your body is under stress. Symptoms: hot flushes, night sweats. Oh my God, I think night sweats are worse than hot flushes. I can deal with them in the day. Night sweats, no way. Insomnia, that's another one. That's a big one. I used to suffer. I could live on 2 hours sleep before. Now I can get 10 hours sleep easy. My sleep patterns has completely changed. Anxiety, mood swings, depression, weight gain, irritability, libido. That's a massive one. Nobody likes to talk about that, but a lot of people, it does. Your libido drops. Health, what impact on your health? Cholesterol. Women in menopause develop high cholesterol. Bones, osteoporosis, especially like you and me. I was 45 when 45 or 6 when I went through it, when I started in it. So we're prone to osteoporosis. Your skin, dryness, it's like the Sahara Desert. Hair loss, weight gain, it is honestly, we really do go through it. So I remember feeling absolutely rotten. And one of my friends said to me, she just joined Forever and she was banging on about this drinking gel. I was like, yeah. She's like, so please, I know things about it. It will really, really help you. So when the doctor said to me, you're not giving me a HRT, and they give me antidepressants. I sort of went on a bit of a journey to find alternative health, like supplements and things like that. I did the usual black cash, all them type of things. Nothing seemed to help. And then I started with this drinking gel. People don't think it would help menopause. Oh my God, this was the thing that started me on my journey. And what it was, I started to learn about my gut health, and I'm doing everything I can to make my body as efficient as possible. So by getting my body in homeostasis, it's helping with all the symptoms. I'm trying to be as healthy as I can. I'm trying to be as active as I can. I used to be able to eat anything. I've always exercised, but I don't exercise half as much as I do now. And yet losing weight is really hard now. I could eat anything. I mean, when I got married, I was 8.5 stone. I was like so skinny. I had a really fast metabolism and I could eat anything. It went like that overnight with menopause. It literally like completely dropped. So gut health was massive. So someone told me to drink this. I call it my super tonic. It is a super tonic. It's literally, I say it saved my life. I know it sounds dramatic, but it started me on that journey to feeling better. It's got over 200 vitamins, minerals, amino acids. It's amazing for your skin, your hair, your nails. I started to feel energized. My skin was better. People were saying, God, Sue, your skin was better. I don't know if you got it, but one of my really bad symptoms was itchy skin. It felt like I had ants crawling I'd start one area and by the end of it, it'd be everywhere, to my legs and everything. That completely stopped. That really, really helped that. And I started on this, and I read up and I became very knowledgeable about what it was. And now drinking gel is a prebiotic. So what it does, it feeds the good bacteria in your gut. And your gut is such a complex place, and it's trying to get that balance between good bacteria and bad bacteria. Bad bacteria love sugar, stress, all those kind of things. And your body's under stress, so it completely like spins your whole body on the axis. So it was trying to get it back in balance. So the drinking gel. Then I discovered probiotics, another lifesaver, something I have every single day. I had probiotics before, and I'd had probiotics off the shelf. Little did I know, I didn't know anything about probiotics. I just thought all probiotics were the same. They're not. Even if they have got as good as content of these, like all the different 8 million bacteria type of things, ours is unique because of the way it's stored. So a lot of the probiotics that you get on the shelf, they're in blister packs. Well, it's a live bacteria. It doesn't like sunlight, it doesn't like moisture, so it dies. So sunlight gets in, it's dead. It's no point even taking it. So what we've cleverly done is the packaging is patented, and it's cryo frozen, and then it's suspended in a chamber. So it's actually asleep, and it doesn't come alive till it hits your stomach. So these two together, that's a probiotic and that's a prebiotic. So the difference is a probiotic produces is a bacteria, so it's adding more bacteria into your gut. Drinking gel is a prebiotic, so what that does, it feeds that good bacteria, so it's getting that balance. I am going to be doing product of the week on probiotics and going into it in more depth, but those two together started helping my gut. I don't know about you, but bloating, that was a massive thing for me. They actually went down the road thinking I had IBS. I didn't. I was just, my gut wasn't very well. So it's helping with the bloating, just general well-being. So that was what started me on my journey. Then I did the Clean 9. And that's what totally changed it, because I put a lot of weight on, I was feeling sluggish, when you just feel it. Bleh. And then I did the Clean 9, which is our 9-day program. I know you've done this and you've absolutely loved it. Yeah. I ended up joining forever after I did this, because it was just like, this is mind blowing. It just totally reset my body. I think I lost something like, it was about 12 pounds the first time I did it. And I just felt a totally different person. I felt cleansed, I felt clean. And again, body was in balance. And you know, you just start feeling like yourself. I'd started to come off the antidepressants by the Christmas. I'd started taking this in I think it was the June. And by Christmas, I was totally off the antidepressants. I started to feel myself again. And I know you've just done the clean eye recently, haven't you?
I'd done the clean 9 because that was when the weight started creeping on. I thought, right, enough's enough. Do the clean 9. So I lost about 7 pounds. I went from 9 stone to 8.5, and I just felt better. I just lost that bloatiness. But for me, it mainly just curbed it stopped all my cravings. You know, in the afternoon when you go for that cup of coffee, you
And
get
a chocolate biscuit
with it. And it's just habits, isn't it? So the clean 9 breaks all them habits. So even now, I'm in the right frame of mind. I don't snack. I don't snack anymore. And that's one good thing that the C9 does.
Well, I know you use the shakes a lot, don't you?
Oh yeah, so from the C9, then I've started using the shakes, which you do get in the C9. You have 2 of these a day. So I have one for my breakfast every morning, and that fills me for lunch, and it stops me snacking as well. And I know I get all my vitamins and nutrients as well. So
I'm the same. It's one of them products that I could not be without, is a shake, just to help me with those cravings, to help with just keeping the weight off. It is so hard to keep the weight off when you're in menopause. I mean, I can exercise twice a day, and I still have to watch every single thing I eat.
Same.
You know, your body slows down, everything slows down in menopause, your metabolism slows down. And I think the C9 really did give it that kick lift and really got it going again. And it's a mindset thing. You know, you're dealing with these symptoms every single day of menopause, and you can get into that mindset of going, oh my God, I'm never going to lose weight. I'm always going to be like this. I'm always going to feel ill. And you do something that resets your body and your mind, and you think, no, I'm not having this. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
So my second product, this is something I cannot be without. I've got lots of notes so I don't lose track. But I did the clean 9, and then because I joined Forever, then I started researching all the products they had. I was like, right, I really need to know what products I need to be taking to help me through the menopause. My number 1 product, and I recommend this to every single person, is multi-maca. It's not just for menopause. I've got people with PMT, you know, really bad periods, teenagers that take. I've got all kinds of people that take it. I've got one customer who calls them her bitch pills. She goes, she goes, have you got my bitch pills in? She says, the only thing that stops me killing my husband. And he said to her, and he went, I think you need to get back on those pills. Maca, honestly, changed my life. These. They're superfoods. They come from Peruvian. It's a root vegetable. So they've been used for thousands of years in Perugia. The natives use them to help them with the symptoms of menopause. It's a very natural way of using it. It's a powerhouse of vitamins and things. It's got 10 minerals. It's got 23 essential fatty acids, and it's got all your amino acids in. It's an adaptogen, so what it does, it responds to the stress in your body. Menopause is stress in your body. It helps your nervous system. It helps with sweats. It helps with your libido. It's one of the best things you can take for your libido. Men can take it as well, because men get low libidos as well. Men go through a male menopause version. It really does lift your menopause, lift your libido. It helps with your mood swings. It just, 2 a day, it just makes you, you know, it's really helped me. I've taken this probably 6 years now. I don't miss a day with it. And even though I'm out the other side of menopause, well, I'm saying I'm out the other side. I had a hot flush before because I had anxiety. I don't get symptoms anymore. And I say it's this. I've got one of my customers who's took it for years and years and years. She went, oh, I think I've finished menopause. I'm not taking them anymore. 8 weeks later, she messaged me. She went, oh my God, I just had a hot flush. And then she started having hot flushes again. So she started taking it again. It probably took about 2 months to get it back into a system. And she's like, never, ever let me run out again. And that's the thing, I think, because some people will take something for a month and it doesn't work. And, they're off and on, stop and start. You have to be consistent. You have to take them every day to feel the benefits. You have to. These three products I would not take. I would not miss a day with. I have to take them every single day, even if I'm feeling amazing.
Yeah.
It's something that you have to take every day. Also in Multimaca is, let's see this, coenzyme Q10. Now, when you hit menopause, your coenzyme levels plummet. Everything plummets in menopause, but coenzyme does. Now, this is a vitamin-like substance, and it's needed to generate energy in your cells. It's in every cell, and you need it to create energy. So we produce less, and we're unable to absorb it out of our food as well as we did do before menopause. So what happens is we don't get enough energy, we don't get enough of this substance in our cells, which then we don't get enough energy, which causes tiredness and fatigue. So it's helping with tiredness and fatigue. So that's in here as well. It's not just Multimaca. We've got coenzyme Q10. We've also got arginine, which is an amino acid, and what that does, it opens up your blood vessels. It helps oxygenated blood get around your body. It's really good for your blood pressure. It's really good for your heart, and it's really good for circulation. All our supplements, every single one of our supplements, is coated in aloe to help with absorption. One of the things, I tried a lot of supplements in the start of my journey from health food shops. And something I've realised of what Forever do that no other company does, and why our supplements are a bit more expensive, is because they have the scientific behind it, the science behind it. And we spend years and years in production to make sure they're bioavailable, to make sure our bodies can absorb as much of the supplements as they can. So it's about the bioavailability. We're all about how we can get it into our body and how we can use it as our best. Okay. Now, I know you don't use Maca, do you?
No, I use the bee pollen. I use this every morning with the aloe berry nectar. Now, I prefer the aloe berry nectar. I think this is particularly good for women because it's got apple and cranberry in, which helps balance out hormones. So good for menopause symptoms. So I have a 60ml shot every morning with a Forever Bee pollen. So the bee pollen helps with my moods and it helps with my energy levels as well. But it's also helped me through the summer months with my slight hay fever that I have, the slight sniffles. And when I run out, I was sneezing like mad. So that is my first thing that I have every morning.
Yeah. Do you know that when you hit menopause, you can start to become more intolerant of things and get more allergies?
No, I didn't.
When you hit menopause, you can become, like I've become wheat intolerant, and they trigger my menopause symptoms, like wine triggers it. There's certain foods that will trigger it. Certain foods that you will find, like dairy. I can't take dairy anymore because that affects me. So I'm not selling this menopause to anybody really. But and bee pollen is one of the, it's brilliant, bee pollen. There's also, I've got because everybody has different symptoms, and your symptoms might be like one of my customers, she really suffers with anxiety. Doesn't want to go like the doctor. I was having panic attacks and anxiety. They put me on beta blockers. She doesn't want to go down that route. I wouldn't tell anybody to try and go down that route because it's a really hard route that you go down that's really hard to get off. And she found that the royal jelly really benefits her, because you put the royal jelly, you put it under your tongue, and she found that is amazing for her anxiety. So, you know, if you are sitting there and you have got a symptom that we've not talked about, or you've got a symptom that, you know, you think, is there something that can help? There is something. We have got something that would help anybody. So reach out to whoever's added into the page, or reach out to me or Jane if you want to chat, and we'll help you, you know, with those things. But royal jelly is another one. Something that I take, and not a lot of people really take this, and I don't know why a lot of people take it, is fibre. Now, I went on a woman's health check, you know, when they do a health check, it was about 3 years afterwards, and she was like, how they can tell, I'd had it just after Christmas, and she was like, you've had a lot of sugar, and I was like, wow, I don't usually have sugar, but I'd eaten a lot of chocolate. They could literally tell what I'd had for my dinner. It's that in depth. And she told me to increase my fibre. Now, fibre, as a woman, as we get older, in menopause, our cholesterol levels rise. And that's because we have reduced levels of estrogen. Now, estrogen helps regulate cholesterol. So one of the main things is eat a balanced diet, eat a colourful diet, 2 portions of oily fish. I make sure I have salmon, and I love sardines and things like that. So I'm having oily fish. A product that I haven't got here yet is fish oils. I take our fish oils because they are absolutely amazing, and they're really good for brain fog as well. And one of the big things we said was increase fibre, because fibre is amazing for your heart. And it helps with sleep, it helps with the absorption of nutrients. So I add one of these into my shake. I just add a fibre into my shake. If anyone's seen, there was a programme, I forget what it was called, it was on the BBC about the secret of sleep or something, and they did an experiment, and they did half of them, they gave them fibre before bed, and they all slept better than people who didn't have the fibre. So Stu's got restless legs, and he takes fibre. So fibre is a really good one to protect your heart, which we need protecting when you hit menopause, because, like I say, cholesterols can be high. I know the first time I went, they were like, your cholesterol's raised since the last time I went, and I was like, wow, I eat a really healthy diet. And, you know, she could tell I did eat a healthy diet, and that's because I haven't got estrogen in my body to protect me. So I will take anything I can to make sure that I'm still feeling as good as I am, you know, in 5 years, when I'm 60, when I'm 70, whatever. But fibre is a really, really good one to add. And the little sachets, if I can open it, that's my new one.
I'm putting them in the shakes as well, so I feel like they're extra filling, aren't they, as well?
Yeah, and they're good for weight loss, because they fill you up. They make you, because you take these, you get a fibre in your clean 9.
Yeah.
They are good for weight loss as well, so they help fill you up. They're just a little sachet like that, and I just literally pop them in my shake. So that is another top tip for menopause, is fibre. My next one, and I absolutely love this product. When it came out, I was like, this is the best product. And it is the Super Greens. Amazing Super Greens. And one of the reasons it's amazing, and I didn't know anything about this supplement, I'd never taken this supplement before, and now it is the most underrated supplement. Every single person should take magnesium. Every single person should take magnesium. Females over the age of 19 need between 310 and 320 milligrams of magnesium a day. If you imagine, a cup of broccoli is 51 milligrams. You have to eat a lot of vegetables, greens, leafy greens, to get the amount of magnesium your body needs. Now, magnesium is essential for muscle health. So your heart's a muscle, your brain's a muscle. It helps with your psychological function. So anxiety, mood swings, your bone health. So when I was talking about menopause, and you can be prone to prone to osteoporosis. You need magnesium to absorb calcium, and you need vitamin D as well. So this has got vitamin C and vitamin E. Our shake's got vitamin D in. There's lots of products that have all these in. You cannot absorb calcium if you are low in magnesium. They need to pair together. So I've got a lady who has got osteoporosis, she messaged me, she said, well, I take calcium supplements. And I was like, okay, do you take magnesium? She was like, no. I was like, well, you need to be taking magnesium. There's no point taking calcium if you're not taking magnesium. So she started on these and she has felt a massive difference. Not just that, they help the electrolytes in your body. They help with fatigue. They've got over 20 nutritionally dense fruit and vegetables, as well as the vitamin C for energy, tiredness, fatigue, vitamin E for your skin, and the magnesium. So I literally, again, I'm going to open this one. It is, you can put it in a shake. I actually like it just tipped in water. You can put it in Vimto, you can put it in anything. I've got some people who give it to the kids and put it in the tea because they don't eat enough vegetables. But this is my afternoon pick me up. Definitely an afternoon pick me up. Well, you know, when you feel tired, one of the things about menopause is the tiredness and fatigue hits you like a brick wall. One of these in the afternoon will give you a massive pick me up, just make you feel so much better. And again, magnesium helps you sleep. It is like a powerhouse. But magnesium, you can get magnesium as well. Another good way to get it in your body, because you can absorb it through your skin, is Epsom salts. So just before you go to bed, if you do having trouble sleeping, and you're menopausal and you want a really nice soak, forget the bubble baths. Literally put Epsom salts in your bath and have a soak in it, and your skin will absorb it, so it'll take the magnesium in through your skin. So that's another good way of getting it into your body. I know you've got a top tip about something that I wish I'd known all them years ago. I want to tell you forever, never even thought about it, and I use it on holiday and never even thought about it. So wait to hear this.
So the aloe first, which is aloe, bee propolis and chamomile, that we sell really as an after sun, don't we? A spray after sun. It can be used in the hair. It's good for rashes. I decant mine into a little spray bottle. I've actually got 3 of these bottles on the go. I've got one in the car, one in my bag, and one on my bedside cabinet. And I just spray it all the time. So I'm hot now. I just spray it all over my face. It can be sprayed over makeup, just when you're having a hot flush, and it just instantly takes that redness and cools you down. So not only is it just full of goodness, it's good for the skin, but it just takes the redness and the sensitivity down. So yeah, I would never.
Why did I not try this?
Yeah, and because it's nearly 500 ml, this bottle, so it's massive.
It lasts forever.
2-week holiday to Menorca and still got half left. So I'm getting me money's worth out of it and using it in a spray bottle.
No, so I always use it on holiday.
Yeah.
But never thought to use it for hot flushes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. That has been the best tip. When you told me that, I was like, wow, how have I not used this before? So I've started using it. I was like that around the house before.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And then when I get out of the shower, when I'm a bit hot and blotchy, I just spray, rather than putting body moisturiser on, I just spray my whole body with this.
Yeah, because it is really cooling, isn't it? It's lovely.
And especially in the weather as well when it's hot. So yeah, I love aloe first for that.
Top tip, that Jane. Now, I'm going to talk about 2 products that I wish I had 8 years ago.
What are you going to talk about?
Oh, you know what I'm going to talk about?
Same.
Oh my God. I wish I'd had this 8 years ago when I started menopause, because one, my skin would be completely different than it is now. Oh, you know, when you have a product, and I think anybody going through menopause, they need this product. Anybody over the age of 25 really needs this product. But if you're taking it consistently, you know, before menopause, your menopause is going to be a lot easier. I'll tell you that now. A lot easier. We lose 1% of our collagen, that is the biggest protein in our body. It's like the scaffolding of your body. You lose 1% a year from the age of 25. Of course, when you hit menopause, that trebles. You lose it. It's like pulling the plug out of a sink. It's literally going. So it's important to get it in your body now. Get replacing it now before you hit menopause, because I tell you, when you hit menopause, it's going fast. Amazing for your skin. I mean, I've noticed a difference. I've been using, when did it come out? October?
Yeah.
So it's improved my skin so much.
Yeah.
Amazing for my hair. Thinning hair is a massive one in menopause. I remember getting bald patches when I started with menopause. It's helped improve my texture of my hair. This has 8 different, I'm saying 8.
Yeah.
Got 8 different types of collagen in. It has the collagen, because when I looked into it, I was told to take it because I was having trouble with my bone, aching bones, literally grinding, joint on joint. Again, menopause, you're losing all the fluid. You lose all the fluid out of your joints. So my PT told me to take collagen. So I'd started looking at anything that we had on the market. They didn't have type 5 and type 10, which are the 2 that are found in your ligaments, in your joints and that kind of stuff. We brought it out with those. So I'd gone from literally creaking doing burpees and squats to now being like, yes, I can knock out like as many burpees as I can. It's really, really helped my bones. It's really helped my joints. It's amazing for your gut health as well. It's if you've got a leaky gut, this is one of the best things you can take for leaky gut, because collagen helps resurface, helps block all those holes in your gut. So it's an all-rounder. It is amazing for absolutely everything. And I wish I'd had it 8 years ago. I know I'm on the catch-up now, but I wish I'd had it before, like right at the beginning of menopause. And I bet you're feeling the benefit now, aren't you?
Massively, because like you say, when you get menopause, or you just don't feel particularly good on yourself, do you? And everything sags. So the lines were getting deeper. My skin was sagging. So I had like lines here that just plumped up. I had like 11s there. They're kind of gone. And all around my eyes are much brighter, not as dark. But my tone as well, like open pores, they've gone. But not only on my face and my body as well. So when I was on
massive.
your legs just feel a bit more plumper as well, and on your tummy. So not only your face, it's really good for the skin on your body. And again, joint pain. My feet were sore every morning when I got out of bed. My feet were really sore, and it was through menopause, so they're not as bad now. And it's every day, every night before I take mine. So
I take mine overnight because my body's in rejuvenated state. So I take mine overnight, and it's important you say that, because a lot of people will look for the results on their face. You know, and some people haven't got lines, and some people will go, well, I haven't noticed a difference. And it's like, it's the whole body. It's what it's doing on the inside as well. And it's a preventative. You are losing 1% every single year. You get menopause and it's going fast. You have to replace it. You know, I want to look amazing at 60. I'll tell you that now. And collagen has to be one of the best things that you can take. The skin on the back of the back of my hands.
Yeah.
You like crepey skin. I've started to get crepey skin on my legs and things like that. That's improving. Like I say, I wish I'd done it 8 years ago, but I'm taking it now, and I would not miss a day. Comes in a sachet like that, doesn't it? Literally rip it off. It tastes like a Tampast sticks. Some people, I have had some people who say they don't like the taste of it. It's quite I think it tastes like a Tampast sticks. If you put it in the fridge, it alters the taste.
All right.
So try putting it in the fridge if you don't like the taste of it, and see how different it tastes in the fridge.
Yeah, and it's much better and safer than going down the Botox route, isn't it?
It is. And then the last one, which you've not tried yet, well, I know you start. Are you doing it in September?
No, I'm doing it beginning of September.
Beginning of September. The X4. Oh! So this came out in May.
Yeah.
And I did it on May. I have shared my results in the page so everyone can see my results. And I did a thing, I did a little blurb about being a middle-aged woman in menopause, the struggles, mindset. I literally cannot eat anything. It's like I couldn't have any nice chocolate or anything like that. Oh, literally straight on my hips. And it's funny because in menopause, your weight literally shifts from your thighs and your bum to your middle.
Yeah.
It literally, your middle and your bust. They are the two places you put it on. You literally goes there first. Whereas it used to like go on my bum, I used to get like, no, it goes straight on my waist. So I'm like fitting in. So the X4 came out and I was like, I've always liked the clean 9. I was a bit skeptical. I was a bit late jumping on the bandwagon. This totally changed the way I eat. Totally changed the way I eat. It is a very, I would say to people, it's like a spiritual thing as well as it's a 4-day, I sort of say it's like a fasting cleanse. There is a lot of supplements in it to help you on your way. It's a bit easier than I thought it would be. Although I did miss chewing. That was really, oh God, I was like, give me that. On day 3, I was like chomping on a bit of broccoli. The results were amazing. First time I did it, I lost 11 pounds in 4 days. What I've realised is as well, menopause is a big thing. I store water.
Yeah.
I store water in heat. And my hands go puffy, my face goes puffy, my ankles go puffy. I'm literally like, I talk like I'm a camel. I just like absorb water and keep it there. I literally puff up. So a lot of that 11 pound was water. My rings were looser. Even I go for a walk in the morning on a Friday with my friends. I'd seen her the Friday. I did it I started the DX4 on the Monday, finished on the Thursday, went for a walk on the Friday, and I opened the front door to her. She went, "What the bloody hell have you done to your face?" And I was like, "Why?" She went, "What have you done?" She went, "Your face has gone all." I was like, "Oh, thank you." It made me feel amazing, but it made me look at the way I eat. And one of the things I've realised, and it's a couple of people who I've had quite a few people do this, and they've changed the way they're eating, their menopause, or they've changed the way they're eating, is I don't eat past 5 o'clock anymore. So on the DX4, you have your main like salad on day 3 and day 4 at lunchtime. So now what I've learned from this, because doing that, I wasn't going to bed feeling bloated and heavy and full, and that I was getting a better night's sleep, and I was waking up better and feeling refreshed. So what I do now is I have a shake for my breakfast, or I have overnight oats or something I use the protein. So I have protein to fill me up. Then about 2-3 o'clock, I have my main meal. At 800 calories, I will have my main meal. Today, I had spinach, noodles, and like a stir-fried chicken. That was my main meal at 2 o'clock. Then of a night, I will have a shake and a piece of fruit. But what I'm finding is, because I'm satisfying my body at lunchtime, I'm finding that I'm not picking of a night, whereas I could be able to go all day, not eat, have my meal, and then go, oh, I want a bit of chocolate, oh, I want a bit of this, I'm hungry, I'd snap, and then I'd start picking all night. And it was because I hadn't satisfied what my body needed throughout the day. So I'd starved it all day, it was running on empty. I'd start eating overnight, and it was like, right, I need this nutrient, I need this to take me through. So now what I'm finding is, because I'm eating at lunchtime, I'm eating my main meal at lunchtime and just having a shake at night, the weight is dropping off me, which is the first time in a long time that I've done it sustainably. So I'm now, well, before I went on holiday, it was 9 weeks and I'd lost 21 pounds. So even on holiday, I took a shake on holiday, and I had a shake every morning. I would never do that normally, but I didn't want to derail myself too much. I was going out for meals, I was having lots of cocktails. I only put 4 pounds on, which is the first time ever I've gone on holiday and only put 4 pounds on. But I was enjoying my shake in the morning, and I was having a salad at lunch. So it changed the way I think. It changed my mindset. And so now, because I'm eating at lunchtime, I'm finding I don't need food later on at night. so I'm sleeping better, and I just feel more energized. So a lot of people I know who've been doing the DX4 have changed, especially through menopause, because they're finding you get bloat of a night with menopause. So the eating when you know you're going to be bloated anyway, because you do bloat of a night, you feel heavier of a night anyway. You always feel lighter in the morning and heavier in the night. And I think when you're in menopause as well, that heaviness of a night gets worse, doesn't it? That really heavy feeling that you have of a night. Add a meal on top of that, and you're like, you know, you feel sluggish, you feel horrible. So just by switching that, so anyone in menopause, try switching when you eat. You know, short of, you know, like they sort of call it like fasting, isn't it? So you're having more in the day and less in the night. And try it for a week. Try eating your main meal at lunchtime and just having a shake at tea time, seeing how you feel, how you sleep, how you feel, and going through that. So this is another product I wish
you would have found earlier.
Yeah, but I found it now.
Found it now. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So any other top tips?
Only the lip balm, maybe the lip, because my lips go really dry and flaky, so I've always got one of these on the go as well. But not only for lips, it's nice for under the eyes as well. It's like we'll call it multi-purpose balm, don't we? Just because the lack of estrogen just making my skin ultra dry at the moment. So lip balm as well.
We could do a whole other one on skincare.
We could.
I mean, I don't even know how long we've been on. 50 minutes. I could literally go on and do another hour on skincare and menopause and things like that. But I think we've gone through a few of the stuff. I don't know if there's any questions. Let me just brought my glasses as well. Let me have a look if there is any questions. Get into the page. It is hard. What are we on? Let me have a look if we have any questions. Wow, 45 comments. Just mute that. Brain fog. As I said, I forgot to log in. Brain fog. Fish oils, you need the Arctic Sea, brilliant for brain fog, as is the multi-maca and magnesium. 3 main things for brain fog. I will go through all the questions afterwards. But I hope that's helped. You know, like I say, if anybody does have any questions, please pop them in the comments or inbox me. You know, if you don't want to put it out there, whatever, inbox me.
Yeah, same.
Have the symptoms. Same with Jane. You know, Jane's there to help as well. So if you have got symptoms, please don't suffer in silence. Don't suffer in silence, because that's the worst thing you can do. Reach out to somebody, talk to your doctor, talk to a friend, find something. There's people on here, there's people in this page who are going through menopause. We should just have a menopause chat, really, shouldn't we? But like I say, if you are going through menopause, please reach out and talk to people. Don't be alone. It's a horrible thing to be going through. So I hope that's helped, and it was lovely chatting to everyone, and I will see you all soon.
Bye.